Auntie Z say, am I a fly? They call the police on Auntie Z. Today they call, hey, they call the police on Auntie Z. Listen, but let me tell you, I told that woman that any man will do anyhow will see anyhow. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to my channel. This is Aunty Z, the solutionist at Aunty Z Solutions, helping you solve all your problems from A to Z. I'm absolutely thrilled starting a new channel. This is my very first video. Actually, I didn't want to start this channel this way, but I had an experience today. I want to share this experience with you and give you 3 tips to deal with racist people. If you're new here, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the video. So for those of you who do not know, I've been living in Germany for the past 15 years now, and I have had to deal with a lot of stuff with regards to racism. But the thing where you do me today, I've never ever felt this kind of racist behavior towards me in 15 years. This one passed me. That's why I said, I need to share my experience with you guys so that, you know, we can all learn something. Generally, it is peaceful, you know, the people are nice, you know, and I'm not trying to say in this video that all Germans are racist or, you know, people are bad and stuff like that. I'm not trying to say that. But I've been living in the place for the past 15 years and I've had some encounters that have really, you know, left me like devastated. But the worst one I actually had today. So what happened was this. I've been trying to get an appointment in one office here in Hamburg for the past 3 weeks, and I've not been able to get that appointment. There was some work going on and the place is going to be closed. So what happened was they gave me a number to call, 115, and I took it, came home. I tried calling several times, and every time I'm going to call, somebody in that office is going to say, oh, the person who is in charge is not there. So actually the last time that I called, one of the, you know, colleagues in the office asked me to just come personally as my issue is kind of serious and I need a solution to my issue really fast. So she asked me to come by because they are going to be closed until the 2nd of August. So this morning I decided that, okay, let me just carry my koro legs and go there myself. So I was wondering what to do when one of the colleagues, a male colleague, was walking back in. And so I spoke to him, I explained the issue to him, and he said, oh, yes, definitely come in with me. He opened the door, I got in, and then he said I should go to the receptionist. She's going to give me an appointment. Chineke me, I did not know what was awaiting me there. I did not know what was awaiting me there. But sometimes when you're leaving the house in the morning, there's one thing that you need to do. You need to pray. You need to pray because you do not know what is awaiting you. You don't know the demons that have been let loose from hell to stop the things that God wants to give you. 15 good years in Germany, I did not know that this kind of thing can ever happen to me. Chineke. So I carried myself, went towards the receptionist, all smiley, you understand, knowing that my issue was going to be solved. Went to her, greeted her, hello, good morning, you know, in German. This is the issue I've been having. I just met your colleague outside. See, this lady did not even let me finish what I was saying. She said, no, I'm not supposed to be here in German. She was speaking in German. Can you not read? Can you not see on the door? The place is closed. It has been closed for long. We are going to be open again only in August. Go outside. Go out. Walk out of the door right now. I told the lady that, wait now. Let me even explain why I am here. This woman will not allow me to speak. Because no, this woman will not allow me to speak. This is how I was eyeing her. In my mind, I was telling the Lord, Father, give me patience to handle this woman. No. And so she was talking, I was trying to explain. You know, the thing is, when you are in this country and they see you are a black person, they just start thinking that, no, this one, she has nothing in her broker. This broker is empty. And the funniest thing is that inside the receptionist area, 2 white people were sitting down there, obviously waiting for an appointment. But my problem is that a colleague allowed me to enter inside the hall, gave me permission, opened the door for me, told me that today I can have an appointment. I cannot be received, but they're going to give me an appointment. And so in my mind, I was wondering why this woman, and the thing is, she was so rude, very rude. Some other Ghanaian women, 2 Ghanaian women who came in, walked up to her and said they have appointments and they want to get something. So because they could not even speak German, they were struggling to explain what they wanted in English. This receptionist woman just said, hey, kind English. Meaning no English, in a very harsh and, you know, brutal way, as if she had a personal problem with, you know, some of us Africans. So I was very, in fact, I was getting upset. Do you understand? I was getting upset. I was really feeling that my temper is rising. Do you understand? In my mind, I said that this woman does not want to bring back the old Zita of in those days that Christ has died on the cross for. This woman does not want to revive this Zita. Please, oh please. But let me tell you, this is what happened. That really got me vexed. You understand that? We started to ring all the alarm bells in my mind. So as I tried to explain to this woman, she now calls security to push me out. Mba, this man, I saw security, a large, tall man coming towards me as if, you know the way you can walk like you are coming to really just mishandle somebody and just collect the person and carry out. In my mind, I said, not today, devil, not today. By the time he was approaching me 10 meters, I said, look, don't touch me. In German, I was saying, don't touch me. I said in my mind, I told him, don't touch me, because if you touch me here today, you are going to know that there is black, there is African, there is Negro. Do you understand? Because at one point in time, you have to draw the line. And then what happened now is this woman did not want to hear anything I had to say anymore. She started screaming at me, and I started telling her, listen, you can talk to me in a respectful way. Don't disrespect me. I deserve respect. I deserve to be heard. You know, you cannot send me out just like that. Meanwhile, your colleague is the one that has sent me inside here. She started, this is what she did. Shh, 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 shh. Ah! Aunty Z said, am I a fly? Am I a mosquito? Am I a dog? That is where everything's chakara, everything just scattered. I said, no, 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 no way, Jose. This is the line that you cannot cross. I told her, listen, I'm not a dog, I'm not a fly, neither am I a mosquito. As you are seeing me here like this, it's not because you are sitting in a position where you feel that you have power that you want to misuse that small power that you think you have. You know, I started telling her that she needed to respect me as a human being. They must not write on my forehead all of the qualifications that I have before you respect me. Do you understand? As I was talking, all the people that they said they were not in the office, because when I entered, she said there's nobody in the office, they cannot give me any rendezvous, there's nobody in the office. So as the things started getting heated up, everybody in the office, all the colleagues now started coming out. Colleagues who were not even there from the beginning now came like to circle me, to push me out. I told them that I'm not going to move a muscle. I'm not going to move an inch. That means the caterpillar will move me for this motor. It is a caterpillar that is going to remove me from this place today. So they started saying they are going to call the police. I said, please, hurry up, bring the police here. I'm waiting for them. By the time you're calling the police, let me also be calling the media and all the newspapers and all the television channels, so that the world should see how people are treating Africans in this country. Enough is enough. Call the police now. They took the phone, called the police. They called the police and Aunty Z. Today they call, hey, they call the police on Aunty Z. Listen, but let me tell you, I told that woman that any man way you do anyhow will see anyhow. Let me tell you, sometimes enough is enough. This is why I'm making this video. I'm making this video because I want to let you know, especially for those of you living in Europe and Germany or whatever, that you sometimes there comes a time when you have to draw the line and stand up for yourself. We are not going to be trampled upon no more. Even if I'm a Christian, there comes a time when I have to stand up for myself. The Bible says, "It not give me a spirit of fear." Do you understand? I can be as respectful as I have to be, but the moment you cross that line, I'm going to let you know that I know all the BGB. That means I know all the bürgerliche Gesetze. I know all the laws, you know, human rights in this land. I know my rights as a citizen in this land. Whether I'm a citizen or not, I know my rights. I deserve respect. Do you understand? And you cannot treat me like an animal. And this is how some of them think. They think that all Africans are fools. All Africans cannot express themselves because the girls, the ladies that came, the Ghanaian ladies couldn't speak English. And so they drove them like tete flies. Do you understand? So all of us are like that. And at one point, I had to speak up and speak out. Why? Because I thought to myself, these other two ladies cannot defend themselves. They can't stand up for themselves because the language is difficult. And so somebody has got to do something. Somebody has to speak out. Somebody has to speak out for all of us, so that the next time another black woman is entering that place, or a black person is entering that place, they are going to learn to respect the person. And so there I am, waiting for the police to come. You understand? I was really waiting. I was waiting for the police. Aunty Z was waiting for the police. I was waiting for the police to... These people think that one is afraid. When you hear police, one will start to shake and tremble and fear. No, I was waiting for the police to come. So at one point, I said, I want to talk to the boss. Because all the other colleagues that came, you know, were making a lot of noise. I said, I want to talk to the boss, and I want to talk to the boss right now. I need to speak to the boss of this whole enterprise. So somebody got the boss. And the boss came, and she was very nice. She came, she said she's in charge here, and the situation has already exploded. We need to calm down. And she's asking me respectfully to step out. And so I told her that when you speak to somebody respectfully like this, like a human being, then I will respectfully step out because the situation has escalated. And so I respectfully stepped out, and out of the door, I told her that although I'm standing outside here, I'm still waiting for the police to come so that the police can come and clear this thing for us, since there's nobody here who can, master the situation on the ground. And so I stood outside, they locked the door with the key. And as the lady turned, the boss turned to leave, she turned around and saw me still standing there. About 30 seconds, she came back, came out of the building, stood there with me and started asking me questions that what is the matter, what happened and everything. And so I started explaining to her what had happened since 3 weeks before up till this point in time that I'm finding myself in this place today. And immediately started apologizing for her colleagues, saying that I was not rightly treated and all of that. And I told her that you don't need to apologize to me, but I need you to tell your workers, your colleagues, to apologize to me because I deserve an apology. The way I was treated like an animal. She drove me like an animal. She did not give me a chance to speak out. I don't know what's going on in her private life or whatever is happening, but as somebody, as a receptionist, she has to do her job better and treat people better. And so she said that she had heard. She took me, she said she will first of all get me a colleague who can, give me an appointment and all of that. I said, no problem. We went, I sat in the office, the colleague who was taking care of me and the appointment and everything was asking the questions that needed to be asked and stuff like that. Meanwhile, I heard the boss in the background really scolding the security guy and the receptionist, talking to them, telling them that they cannot, treat people like that. I was very, very happy at least to see that there is one person who stood up for me. But I had to stand up for myself, and that's the reason why I'm making this video. So, to cut a long story short, I was giving my rendezvous, and as I was walking out, the receptionist came towards me and apologized. The gate man, or whatever they call him, security guy, came out and also apologized, and I accepted their apology, and I told them that this is not the way to treat people. You can't treat people like that. I'm just happy that the situation was cleared. I had what I wanted. Now this is the part that I want to share with you guys. Most often you're going to be faced with this kind of situations. First of all, it is important to be able to communicate what your needs are. Many of us Africans are living here in Germany, but many of us really take the language for granted. Sometimes we feel that, oh no, I'm a housewife, I really don't need the language. There are so many people that I've met that have been here for 10 years, 15 years and still cannot speak the language. And that is one of the reasons why we are so minimized, we are looked down upon and all of that. And I'm not giving that as an excuse, but this is one reason. When you master the language, or at least you can express yourself and express your needs, people take you more seriously. The second thing I want to share, the second solution to this kind of situation, is that you have to know your rights. You have to know your rights. You cannot live in a country where you don't know what your rights are. You understand? It is very important. Try to find out, get that knowledge. It is very, very important. Most often, all of the situations that I've been in have always been solved because I've been able to demonstrate a knowledge of what my rights are. And the third thing, and definitely not the least thing that I want to share, is that you have to learn to stand up for yourself, because nobody's going to do it for you. You understand? Most of the time when we go to these kind of offices and all of that, they think that we are coming to beg for help, and so they want you to crawl on your knees to be able to get what you are asking for. Do you understand? And some of these people are just outright wicked. Do you understand? You have to stand up for yourself. Sister, if you are here in Germany, learn to stand up for yourself. Do not let these people trample on you just like that. Do not let them walk on you. Do not let them tell you, oh, this cannot be done, and you just turn your back and go. You have to fight. In this country, let me tell you, your case is different. Your case is different. You are not a German. You understand? You are not in a native German. You are not born here. So your case is always going to be different. You are always going to have to fight for what you need for, or you're always going to have to fight for what is actually yours. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Comment below. Have you ever had a situation of racism or any other situation where you will have to confront, you know, the people who did not act nicely to you, what did you do? What are your tips? What are solutions that you can share with the community so that other people can also benefit from your tips? Comment in the comment area below. I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye guys.